This is a Stormtracker 16 special report.
And good evening. Welcome to the Newswatch 16 Stormtracker 16 Weather Office. I'm Chief Meteorologist Kurt Aaron. We are following that front, the one that created all the problems for folks in the southeast. For us, it's created winds, some problems. We've had some rain showers out of it. But all in all, compared to our neighbors to the south, we're doing very well. I want to jump to the boards here and show you what's going on, and you can see for yourself that long blue cold front right there. That extends all the way from Maine all the way down into Louisiana, the Gulf Coast region. And again, this is a huge front. If we were to take it from, say, Louisiana and just give you an idea of how long this thing is right now, it's just about 1,550 miles long. And that's going straight. That's not even the bend that we have here, so it's even longer than that. That's what's moving through eastern U.S. right now, and we're keeping a close eye on it. For us, it's pretty much through our region now. If we look at a regional picture, you can see the front itself is actually just east of the Poconos now, and it is gradually working its way to the east here. You can see this flow coming off the lakes. That's colder air. Speaking of colder air, we're going to go back to seasonal. We've been spoiled with these temperatures that we've had, but we should be closer to these temperatures. And that's a regional picture right there showing 30s this evening. That's where we should be. Instead, we're still looking at spots in the 50s and 60s. New York City right now is at 62. So here's a closer look, statewide map. You can clearly see where the cold front is. It's moving through Williamsport into eastern Pennsylvania. Now behind the front, we're seeing 30s, and we'll see these temperatures dropping pretty quickly here this evening. As a matter of fact, here's our temperature plot for the next, say 10 to 12 hours. And you can see we're going down in the middle 30s. Very windy in plains. I'm with you. Let's talk about those wind speeds. And let me just scroll up here. It's windy everywhere. We've been talking about tracking this front. Started getting windy this afternoon. We had steady wind speeds 10 to 25 miles an hour. And this is where we are right now. These are current wind speeds. These are not peak wind gusts. I do have those too. But that gives you an idea just how windy it is. Make sure those decorations stuff are secure, because we're going to have several more hours of this before we see these winds diminishing. All right, so here's some peak wind gusts around the area. Look at Mount Pocono, 51 miles an hour this evening. Scranton had a 41 mile an hour wind gust, 26 there in Lehigh, and 53 in Wellsboro. Lights fighting to stay on in Bradford County. I bet they are, Terry. It is quite windy out there. And I'll show you, we'll talk hilltops and valley cities as well. Let's start off with the valley cities and our wind gusts as we head into the evening hours. So you can see it will start coming down after midnight, 1 o'clock. But we're still going to have a little bit of a breeze here tomorrow. And Mary checking in. Halstead saying surrounding areas has a tree down. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that. I just showed you those peak wind gusts over 50 miles an hour. And we're seeing those. Those are the hilltop or the valleys right there. Here's the hilltops over the next couple of hours. So we still are going to flirt with wind gusts over 40 miles an hour at times here this evening. So we'll be watching that certainly as we move through the overnight. The overnight forecast, the temperature is going down as I showed you in that temperature trend. Alexia, what do you got there? Tawanda, windy, garbage cans being blown all over. Well, thanks, Alexa. I appreciate it. Lexi, thank you. All right, rainfall totals. We didn't get a lot of rain. We're only looking at about a 1/4 inch. You can see Williamsport, Selinsgrove, closing in on a 1/3 of an inch. That's it. But the rain's over with. What's not over with, though, the winds and the precipitation. Now we're going to see them change over to some flurries. We'll widen this picture out. You see the snow just coming off the lakes up there. Right in this direction. That's what's going to be heading through overnight tonight. So that's what we're going to watch. That front is now east of our region, and now it's just the winds, and it's going to be the flurries. But keep in mind, we're talking a stretch of beautiful weather here. If you like warmer temperatures and you like sunshine, the extended forecast looks very nice for that. Let's talk about our weather headlines. Just bringing you up to speed. I know a lot of people had questions about the wind and what all was going to happen today, and here you go. We're going to have above normal temperatures. That's going to continue, even though you saw those 30s that we were talking about moving over our region. still going to be above normal. Our average high this time of the year is 41. Instead, we're going to be in the mid and upper 40s tomorrow for afternoon highs. Beautiful stretch of weather if you like dry conditions and sunshine. Next chance of showers are going to come Wednesday evening. So here's our shower chance. This is what I was talking about. And again, it's minuscule. So it's looking pretty dry. Look at our temperature trend. I mentioned our average high right now is about 41 degrees. Look at this. Yeah. At Thursday, guess what? We've talked about it many times. In December, you see a surge of temperatures like that that go up into the 50s. It's a front. Remember that. It's a cold front, and we're going to get a surge of southerly air once again. So that's going to be the case for later this week. And just to let you know, beyond that, so we're talking next weekend now. Here's our temperature trend, 17th through the 22nd. Above normal temperatures expected. Highest peak wind gusts for tonight. Dustin checking in Watsontown, 29.2. Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate it very much. And so these mild temperatures, these above normal temperatures are going to continue. So if you're just joining us, we're just doing a quick update to let you know what's happening with that front. The front is now moving east of our region, so that's no longer going to be a factor. The wind will be tonight, and also, as I mentioned before, the drop in temperature. If you look at our temperature trend overnight tonight, you can see how quickly it goes down into the middle 30s. But remember, it's still above average. Our average overnight low this time of the year is in the upper 20s, so we're going to be above that. I hope everybody's okay. I hope everybody's doing safe. Compared to what happened to the south, I'm going to have more on that coming up on Newswatch 16 at 10 and 11. But compared to what happened down there, we have been very blessed and fortunate here that all we're dealing with is wind, so and some rain showers. So be safe, stay tuned, have a great night, and we'll talk to you on Newswatch 16 at 10 and 11 coming up in just a little while. Have a good night.